LaMarcus Aldridge, who is a terrific mid-range shooter. He, in fact, strikes more in the wing than he does inside the lane. Here is Carmelo at the other end, and he was picked up by Batum.
Now, Carmelo Anthony has been struggling from the floor, 12 of 41 his last 2 ball games. A little of that frustration, I think, reared its ugly head in Indiana the other night.
Nice move on Batum. Carmelo Anthony.
A little space that time with the off arm and the little fade back, the jump shot. Carmelo's off to a good start.
Well, Carmelo Anthony says he has learned his lesson, that the next time he subs, he will sprint to the bench. That time should come in a few minutes, Kevin, when once again, Lennox Glazer will be the one coming in for Carmelo.
All right, Craig, he has not apologized as of yet to George Karl or their organization. I'm sure, Doug, that you agree with the stance taken by the Denver Nuggets.
I think the key it wasn't personal. So they need the Birdman to play well and give them some defense around that rim.
What do you think the fans thought? There's a Nene screen for Carmelo Anthony knocking out Outlaw. What do you think the fans here thought this summer when they got rid of a former Defensive Player of the Year and Marcus Camby? Is he going to replace him with 2 formerly injured players? I mean, wow. Rebound by Billups. The close out there, by the way, by Anthony, who leaks early and flies the other way and gets the deuce.
Well, Carmelo Anthony's always been a guy who loves to get out early. Actually, George Karl doesn't mind that if they have enough rebounding on the floor, because he can get ahead of the double teams and score easily without having to play in the half court.
So cross matchups now here over Outlaw. Anthony knocks it in. So we've got Anthony being guarded by Outlaw at one end, and then he is guarded. Well, in this case, he's going to guard Bayless, but he guarded Roy the last time. And I think that's, oh, there's a pass inside by Carmelo, who's had a couple of sweet throws in a congested lane across the lane and off balance into Roy. What a shot by Carmelo Anthony, who has gone 7 of 10, 15 points in 16 minutes.
Yeah, I like the way he's played tonight, though. He's been very, very efficient in his game. Nene, once again, was caught trying to trace Travis Outlaw on the perimeter, and just too quick for him out there with that jump shot.
Both teams have a foul to give. Dancing is Carmelo across the lane on Outlaw. Nice move by Anthony. 17, that is equaling the game high of Aldridge with 17. Here's Chauncey Billups, 1 of 7. Inside Carmelo, great feed. Down it goes. He beat Batum to the rim. 2-on-1 Anthony and Billups. Blake was knocked down. He got caught up in the drive by Billups, and Carmelo Anthony dug with the game high 21.
Well, that's normally when Denver is really at their best, when they create turnovers. But Portland is a team that does not turn the ball over. And George Karl talked to us before the game about they're a team that's very difficult to turn over. Here the long jump shot missed once again. And here's the run out once again by Carmelo Anthony, who likes to leak out on that break. What happens, Kevin, is when you take a corner 3, the guy who defends that, it's twice we've seen it now. Carmelo, this time he picks up the loose ball after Brandon Roy turned it over and gets the layup on one end. And this is twice where he's guarded the three-point line and snuck out and got the easy one. You have to have floor balance. When you get guys shooting out of that corner, your point guard's got to get back, and he's got to drag somebody back with him. And Portland did not do that, and Denver now twice has made them pay for that.
Blake picked up his first. The defenders, Doug, tripped over each other on that switch.
I'm not sure Aldridge liked Anderson posing after that shot block. It's a little message to him. You're doing that to my teammate. And here is Carmelo Anthony on that baseline dancing and getting a three-point play. We're seeing some spectacular plays here the last 3 or 4 possessions, Kevin. He's a power player who likes to play in the paint, and if you can get him out on the perimeter shooting jump shots, you've got a much better chance of defending him.
27 for Carmelo. 10 in the quarter. 10-point lead for Denver. Craig, Anthony guarded by Aldridge.
Wow, nice little running hook shot.
He's taking over, huh?
Well, I like it. He's getting in the paint. He shot that long 3 that led to a 3 by Portland. This time he's come back the last 2 possessions and gone right to that paint where he's most effective. 29 for Carmelo. Anthony has got 29 game high. Screen by Glazer. Switch on defense. Aldridge guards Carmelo. And he can make that mid-range shot.
Yes, he can.
And what he did was, if you watch, he had a bigger man on him, and he sort of took a dribble at the guy to get him to step back, Aldridge, and then he just pulled up and knocked down that jump shot in a great rhythm. So he used the dribble to get into the rhythm of his shot. Who picks up Carmelo Anthony at the other end. Anthony with 33. Second of a back-to-back in this altitude to come out and keep that momentum. Plus, you're playing uphill the whole night. You get down 3 times. They got it to within 2. Never could get the lead. And it looks like if Denver will take care of the ball here, they're going to be able to finish this game off. What I like what they're doing now is they're taking that ball right inside and getting to the paint, either scoring layups or getting to the free throw line. 48 points in the paint now for Denver. They're plus 14, and we said one of the things we talked about before the game was strength versus strength. Portland normally does a very good job defending the paint, and tonight Denver has had the big advantage there.
Looks like the shooting slump for Carmelo is over. I came into this game, the last 2 games he had played, only 29% from the field.
You know, sometimes you get a day off, and obviously you don't want to get a day off through a suspension.
Right.
But sometimes your legs are a little bit fresher, and he's playing with very fresh legs tonight. This is that point in time of the season, Kevin. You played 60, 61 games, and, you know, you start getting into the dog days today in the West and be an 8th in about 10 days if you have a slip-up.
Nice pass by Nene. Inside Carmelo. 37 points.
You can see Portland has just run out of juice right now.
Nene picked up by Ruffin. Anthony, 16 of 25 tonight, and fouled as he takes it around. Dug at home, Portland has been terrific. 10 consecutive wins. Bayless picks up the foul. Are you concerned about what they're doing on the road?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the growth. I mean, you know, as a young team, you're going to be better at home. They have great fans. And Nate is trying to teach this team the toughness, the tenacity that you have to play with on a nightly basis.
Well, good night for Carmelo Anthony, who's standing by with our Craig Sager.
Well, it was the Carmelo Anthony night from start to finish. 38 points, 38 minutes. How comfortable were you out there? And do you think possibly by missing the game the other night, your fresher legs and felt better?
I don't know. This was a must-win for us. You know, I told my team we needed this win. Let's get back playing the way we was playing, you know, early in the season. You know, putting them losses behind us and getting rolling.
Half up on both Utah and Portland in the division. How key is it to win that division and get the home court advantage in the first round?
That's what we're fighting for. We want home court advantage. But first of all, we want to finish this season off strong.
You talked about how you would react to the suspension. You said when you get some score tonight, you're going to sprint to the bench, which you did. Well, what was the reaction from your teammates who went sprinting over to join them?
I mean, it was just a good hustle, man. You know, I learned my lesson from that, you know, from that mistake the other day. And I moved on. Actually, I forgot about it. I forgot about it already.
We'll forget about it as well for you. Did your apology. Earlier in the telecast, Kevin Harlan said, you know, Carmelo's such a great player, but I wonder if he wonders and looks at the standings, sees how his buddies like LeBron James and Dwayne Wade are doing since they're your teammates this summer in the gold medal. Do you check around the league and see where everybody is and how they're doing?
I watch everybody. I watch the whole NBA. But I'm me. I'm not LeBron. I'm not D-Wade. I'm Carmelo Anthony.
Well, great game tonight.
Thank you.
Back to you, Kevin.